3, 2.
Alrighty, good afternoon, everyone. We're Oz Speedruns doing a little event in conjunction with PAX Online, Australia versus the world. Coming up right now is a Super Mario World 96 exit run with Sten repping the Australian side and Seathorne, his opponent from the United States of America. It's going to be a blast. Very close races today. I think, both the races have been incredibly close. So I do hope that entertainment does continue. Commentating is going to be you, Mario, and Dact, two expert runners to provide us with some excellent commentary. Just a quick reminder, we are doing a general charity drive for Cure Cancer. Donate.ozspeedruns.com is the link. Every dollar helps, great cause. And from that, I will leave it over to the runners and the commentators to take us away. Count us in whenever you're ready. Thank you and good luck.
Thank you, Softy.
All right, I guess we're ready to go, right?
Yep, you can give us a countdown and then we can do a little bit of a roll call, I guess.
Yeah, we're ready.
Cool.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
It's a speedy countdown right there.
All right, so we're off. I'm Umario. You can call me Umar, and I'm joined with Dact to commentate with me.
Hello, yeah. Should be a good
Hey.
race. These guys are both very close in terms of time, so.
I am Seathorne.
And I'm Sten. I'm the hope of Australia in Australia versus the world.
We're probably going to be going silent in a minute for the majority of the run to just leave up the commentary to Umar and Dact.
Works for us. Well, yeah, Super
Yeah.
Mario World. Welcome, everyone. I don't know how many of you have seen SMW runs before, but it should be a nice close race. These guys have very close PBs. C's PB is a lot more recent than Sten's, but the times are very close.
Yeah. So World 1, not too much to talk about. It's mostly just hold right and jump at the right time. It's like classic platforming.
Exactly. Yeah, well, I wouldn't expect any time differences between the two runners in World 1. Even in World 2, it'll probably stay pretty close unless one of them makes a big mistake.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But
the
not
second
to
level
underestimate how the levels are actually difficult, even though we're just saying you hold right and jump.
Yeah, especially this one here. There's it's a lot of fairly tight jumps. Obviously the runners have done it thousands and thousands of times, but it's certainly takes some practice when you're starting out.
Yeah, so 96 exits means basically do every exit in the game. There's I want to say 74, maybe 76 levels in the game. I don't know the exact number, but some of those levels have 2 exits, so we're basically doing every intended exit in the game.
Yeah, it's like the closest thing this game has to a 100% category.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's Lunar Dragon, but yeah.
We don't talk about Lunar Dragon. No, but yeah, 96 exit is pretty. It's hailed as like the final category in SMW. It's like the big thing everyone cares about. So.
Yeah, it's certainly the most prestigious. Having the record in this is it's huge. Prestigious.
Yeah. So the first kind of technical level in this run, Iggy's Castle, Room 1. And you saw them very nicely, both of them handled the cages really well. You can preserve a lot of your P-speed if you grab the cages while you're running. So they were able to basically just go through it as fast as possible because this is a speed run. That's crazy.
And yeah, I mentioned P-speed there. It's the term for Mario's full running speed when he has his arms out behind him. The term comes from SMB3 where there's actually a meter with a letter P signifying the full speed. But yeah, we just use the same word in this game as well. It works reasonably similarly.
It's just invisible in this game, the meter.
Yeah. And it doesn't have the weirdness with SMB3 where it only checks on certain frames, whether you're actually running or not.
Right.
But yeah, World 1 synced up as expected. Nothing really happening there. But now we get to see the power-up that makes this game what it is, which is the cape.
Oh yeah, the most broken power up in the game by far.
In the Mario series, maybe.
Well, yeah, maybe.
it's up there.
Yeah. So you see both of them getting the cape from the Super Koopa, the feather, and now they'll be flying over every level in the game. There's not much else to talk about. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, we can go home now. Nah, there is a fair amount of this of flying over stuff, but it's not as much as people make it out to be. And
Yeah.
I mean, when you're actually playing, it's like you have to pay attention to flight speed and stuff, so it's a little bit more to it. But
Yeah.
yeah, the cape movement is definitely really interesting.
So I guess we're coming to our first water level in the run. You gotta go pretty slowly. Like everyone hates water levels casually and speedrun wise, but we do pick up a shell in this sub level here so that you can go faster through the level. And
Yeah, for some
basically,
reason Mario swims faster when he's holding an item.
yeah, you always want to be holding an item in the water level if you can.
Yeah, switch it out for the P-switch because the shell can break after you hit a few things with it, but the P-switch won't. You can just keep going through.
Very nice from both of them.
Yeah, that climb at the end is kind of tricky. Like swimming with an item is faster, like horizontally, but moving vertically with an item is really, really slow. And so you kind of
Right.
throw the item and climb up a bit and re-grab it and do that a couple times. It's quite technical. Both going for the kind of risky strat in the ghost house here, flying
Yeah,
through the boo cloud.
they're veteran runners. I got it.
Yeah, they've got it. You do like a tiny left-right at the start to make sure you have enough speed to take off where you want to.
Oh yeah. So there is actually another category called 95 exit, and you can't get this exit because it bans glitches like Cloud, which would allow you to do that, but we're basically doing the levels as intended as possible, basically. So 95 exit is also a pretty cool category.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Should clarify, it's 95 exit, no cape.
Right.
You
That's
can't
the
use cape for
important
any
part.
of the run. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, going back in the water level, Donut Secret 1, and doing the secret exit now to access the other ghost house in the world.
Okay, so Sten managed to keep the shell there for a bit longer than C did. That's pretty much random, I think, whether you keep the shell through that last fish.
Yeah, it's a frame rule nonsense, but it's
Yeah,
a
unfortunately
small
you
time save.
Can't switch out for the P-switch that time because you have to actually hit the P-switch. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Sten losing... Oh my god, Sten losing his cape and his fire flower there.
Hopefully he
So-
doesn't die. This level is pretty hard. Probably the first like reset point of the run,
Yeah.
and you have to do it twice. So
Oh, got the
he
luck
gets
jump
the orange
there.
jump.
Yeah, nice. There's, what is it, like 3 in 5 or 2 in 5 chance of making that?
Yeah, 3 and 5.
Yeah. And the reason for that is that when Mario's running at full speed, his speed is actually oscillating from frame to frame between a few different values. And when you jump, it just takes the value that you're running at on that frame, and you jump higher if you're running faster. So
Ooh,
your
got the
jump
wall
height
clip
will...
though.
Oh, nice. Yeah, your jump height will be slightly different from frame to frame.
Yeah. So C has a pretty big lead now since Steven's going back for the cape. You basically always want cape. There's never really a point besides when you're like switching to fire for the bosses. It's actually faster to kill the bosses with fire flower.
So he just flew through that boo ring without cape cancelling. That was sick.
Oh yeah.
There's not very much space between these boos when you are big Mario. When you're small, it's not too bad to jump between the boos, but when you're big, it's very tight.
So I guess I have to be Team International, right? Since I'm also international, and you have to be Team Australia.
Team
So
North
let's go
America.
see.
Yeah, Team North
Yeah.
America.
And Dak mentioned speed oscillation earlier, and that also applies when you have cape, but you can have a higher like max speed than when you're running on the ground. So when they're in the cape state, you can get to what we call 51 speed, which is like the fastest you can normally have. So you want to tap right. It's weird because you're like tapping left to pump Mario's cape, but you can tap right to oscillate your speed. And basically, the speed oscillation, it changes, and you see that change through the sprites and like background in the level. It's there's a lot to be talked about,
Yeah,
like in speed oscillation, but
it can be tricky to judge how fast you're going. These guys can be pretty good at it and get
yeah,
fast
that's
fly,
why
but it
like
takes a long time to get good at judging that.
yeah, fast fly like flyovers get a bad rep, but there's actually a lot of like technical depth to them,
And the time
especially at a
save
high
adds
level.
up as well. Like the difference between fast fly and slow fly across the whole game it's like more than a minute at least, I think.
Yeah, it's quite substantial.
And yeah, what Umar said about the flight speed being faster than running speed. So like even if the level was just like completely straight with no obstacles, it would still be faster to fly through it than just run through it. Because flying
Yeah.
is fast.
But now they will be picking up Yoshi. And with Yoshi, when you're just running with max speed, it's still the same as just like running normally. So Yoshi is slower right now, but he'll be faster when the runners are able to pull off some glitches that you'll see.
Yeah, Yoshi's used for a lot of glitches. Basically, that's the only time you get him in this category is when you want to do glitches with him. But
Yeah.
there's a lot of those examples. Also, Morton's Castle is really technical and tricky to do fast. It's got lots of like vertical flying, which is it's tricky because you need to keep kind of weaving left and right in order to keep your speed and be able to keep taking off. You can't just fly straight up and expect it to keep working.
Yeah, this is definitely like one of the hardest levels to learn when you're starting. And
Oh,
Steven,
Sten,
unfortunately, yeah, misses the cycle along with it, so that's like 12 seconds lost.
Yeah, grabbing that spring and taking off is pretty tight. I don't know how many frames it is, but it's not a big window.
Yeah, it's not. It's like 3 to 5, and that's not much considering like how much you're moving. And this game goes at 60 FPS. So.
Yeah. Yeah, normally if you run into a spring, it just completely kills your momentum. So. Oh yeah, and Sten doesn't have a Firefly, so he has to stomp kill Morton, which is a little bit slower as well.
Right. So we're coming up to our first like major glitch of the run. We're beating the level by getting Yoshi wings off of block duplications. So C duplicated a block over the dragon coin, which like changed the block's ID, and it has a key inside it. So if he dupes to the right of it, there would be a wings. Right there, you got it. It took him a bit, but it was nice that it took him a while because I was able to complete my explanation.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, it's always difficult. There's like too much to explain with that. It's like the most like hectic set of wings as well. Like it would be easier if Gnarly Wings was first because it's like
Right.
easier to follow what's actually happening.
Yeah. So you get to see it again on Steven's side. He dupes this block. Oh,
Or
he doesn't dupe it.
Tries desperately not to collect the coin because
Yeah.
it will be all over if he got that.
We,
Oh no, 2 buzzies. What is this?
I'm scared. In the meantime, C was able to get the Vanilla Dome 2 clip. Very nice. We can explain that too when Steven's doing it.
Yeah. Okay, there we
Oh.
go.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, so dupe 1 block over the dragon coin, collect the top half of the dragon coin. It makes a key block, and the key block is the same object in the game as the Yoshi Wings block. It just the item that comes out depends on where it is on the screen, like its exposition or something. And so you dupe that block to the right, and it makes a wings block, and you get the wings and levels over.
Yeah. And then the clip here is much easier to explain. You just drop Yoshi at the right time, and Mario. If Yoshi warps to Mario's position, X position, then you just like kind of clip through the solid tile.
Yeah.
Easy.
And then there are problems with subpixels that mean
Oh,
it
yeah.
sometimes doesn't actually work, but
It's
you
not
do have
RNG.
manipulation so that it's like 25% chance to fail rather than
Yeah.
much higher, which you would have if you just went for it with no setup.
It's not like actual RNG, but for all intents and purposes, it might as well be RNG.
Yeah. Did either of them do fast ride? I didn't see.
Yes. I know at least Steven did.
Okay, good. And yeah, the normal exit in Vanilla Dawn 2 is also it's more swimming with items, trying to keep hold of this Buzzy Beetle for as long as possible before it wakes up, and kind of re-stunning it to make it not wake up.
Yeah, this is honestly one of my favorite levels. Like, it's technical, but in the movement aspect.
Yeah.
And then you get this cool sticky fly at the end. If you pull up at the right time, right as you enter, like, a ceiling with a corner, then you can just, like, pull up and indefinitely hold on the ceiling, and it's called sticky fly. Alright, C's entering Vanilla Dome 3.
Scary
Pretty,
level.
yeah, notorious level for choked runs and whatever. It's pretty early on, but honestly, like, a lot of World 3 is so, like, tough. Big reset point.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like the good runners can get through World 2 pretty consistently, but World 3 causes lots of resets.
Yeah.
But yeah, in this level you've got these rafts, these skull rafts, and they move so slowly, and there's a million strats for skipping them, and we'll see a couple of them. Basically just kind of flying left and right to keep your speed so that you can make it through with speed at the end and fly over a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, it was nice back and forth by C.
I wonder what Steven's going to go for.
I asked
Oh,
C if he was gonna go for raft skip, and he said no, so I was sad.
understandable.
Yeah. Steven, I don't think he's ever gone for raft skip in a race setting, so.
Okay.
I mean, yeah. Why would you?
I'm pretty sure he's gone for it in marathon runs before, but probably, yeah, race is a bit different.
Yeah.
Like, even Louis and Maiba didn't go for that in their tournament races.
Yeah, what the heck? Even I went for it.
I've
But
never
I
done
also I also got knocked out in round 2 of the bracket stage. So.
Oh, Sten does block skip though. That's good.
Oh, yeah, that is
Yeah,
good.
so does one fewer left-right fly, and so he gets out a bit earlier, but has to bounce on the block. But yeah, we were talking about raft skip. It's basically a way to just skip the raft entirely by doing a glitchy flight with Yoshi. It's very risky and
Yeah,
understandable not to go for.
it looks really cool though, so I always go for it.
And the room that C is in now, it's very cycle based, and the cycles suck. They're in like exactly the worst spot to be able to really do much with. You have to wait a lot.
Yeah,
You can skip one cycle, but yeah, it's lots of waiting.
pseudo auto scroller.
Yeah, so kind of jump in this gap and then float across. That skips a up and down cycle of the blocks.
Oh, he doesn't sticky fly here. Don't do that, by the way. So, we didn't mention, but there is a Magikoopa in room 1 of this level. Steven's going through it, and he actually manipulated Magikoopa at the start of the level so that he'll never get in the way. And you can get in the door, like, easy. If you, like, cape spin at the right time, right at the start of the level, it, like, manipulates Magikoopa's spawning pattern, and you're just good to go, as long as you don't make any movement errors. It's pretty interesting.
I never learned the timing for that. I always just mash spin, which also works.
Yeah, that does work.
So yeah, a bit of a gap coming out of World 3, but definitely not insurmountable.
For sure.
And we're probably going to see them both go for all the boss kills, I guess. So there's a lot of time that can be gained and lost there.
Yeah. I don't think C does Cookie Mountain boss kill though, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Yeah. And Steven would do it, but he doesn't have fire flowers. So.
Yeah, true. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, we'll only see 4 out of 6 chances at boss kills, but that's fine. I think we can still get 1 boss kill.
Yeah.
They're both pretty good at Special World, but we'll see.
Yeah, so C's going to do Cookie Mountain here, and then it'll take him up to Castle 4, but he won't be doing that yet. He'll come back down and do the secret exit in Cheesebridge, and head to Star Wars. Oh, that was weird. I had both streams muted and Sten's audio just turned on.
Yeah, that was interesting. So they give each other a quick high five, but they're not in the same level anymore. And not much to say about the upcoming segment, just a couple flyovers, and yeah, Star World is pretty uneventful.
Yeah, and then followed by Special World, which is very eventful.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, flying under the goalpost there to get the secret exit. Standard. Soda Lake is a long underwater level and there's no items in it, so
yeah.
you have to just swim slowly through the whole level.
Getting hit here is like one of the worst feelings ever.
True.
Because then either you're getting this fire flower or you're losing that because you're getting hit everywhere. There's no good place to get your power up back. And then you have to go back for a cape, or you have to decide to keep trekking forward with no cape strats.
And if you go back for a cape, you have to do like the long overworld path back up to
yeah. Steven, okay. It's kind of sketching me out with how high he was. But he does neutral jump to the goal post. See, also kind of sketching me out at the end, but they're fine.
Yeah, too many torpedoes. You can kind of left-right to, or just stop moving for a moment to make the torpedoes shoot in the opposite direction, which you generally want to do at the end so that you can actually get through without stopping.
Yeah. Star World 3, the shortest level in the game. Ooh, C does it in 4 game seconds. Impressive.
Well, at least he didn't get the despawn, I guess.
Oh yeah.
That's the thing that can happen. Yoshi can just eat the spiny that Lakitu throws at the wrong time, and it causes the goalpost to despawn. And you have to fly up and get the secret exit instead. Or if you've already done the level once, you can start select.
This game is wild.
Yeah.
So C's flying under Star World 4. That's a change from flying over levels.
Yeah,
you know.
it's the rare fly under.
So yeah, for now he's gonna get the normal exit first, and then he will get the secret. That's generally how the levels or the route for Star World works. You get the normal first, because the normal exit takes you backwards to the Star Warp in Star World, and then the secret exit actually moves you forward.
Sten missed the item fly. If you fly over an item without touching the ground, you can kind of pick it up and keep flying, and it's the fastest way to do that secret exit in Star Wars 3. Also, making it up to the Star Wars 4 secret when the red blocks are there is actually pretty tight. Gaining height with cape is like you have to kind of press left a bit earlier than normal to gain height, but if you press it too early, you just don't cape pump and fall down.
Same here with Star World 5 as C is doing. You have to rise fast enough to get over this cement block ceiling. And then you have to also do pumps off screen, which can be kind of jarring because you can't see Mario. You can only hear the wow, wow.
Yeah, I guess different people use different cues for the timing. But if you do anything with like Mario's animation, then you can't see what's going on.
Yeah.
So fine.
Gotta work up your rhythm game. SMW is just a rhythm game at the end of the day.
So you're doing some zips, or trying to do some zips in Star Wars Online through the turn blocks. Yeah.
Oh yeah, so in SMW, only 4 turn blocks can be spinning at a time. So we kind of manipulate that to our advantage by going into the spinning blocks and basically having them zip us downwards. So they're just called zips. So I guess C's going for the blue Yoshi route. And
I think they both will be.
Yeah, Steven swears off of yellow Yoshi, so
Yeah.
there is like a slight route divergence in 96 where you can either get the yellow Yoshi in Star World 5 or you can get the blue Yoshi in Star World 2, the level C's in right now. And it actually loses time to do the yellow Yoshi strat, but it saves overworld time, and it like comes up like you put it all together and it saves like 1.5 seconds.
Yeah, it just lets you do like a more optimal overworld route in Star World.
Yeah.
But
Blue Yoshi
is kind of slow.
Yeah, Blue Yoshi's been around forever, and it's just the standard, what you learn at first.
Yeah.
And it's a small
It's easy,
time save. Yeah.
And yeah, of course, Baby Yoshi counts as an item, so swim with him, and then you can feed him a power-up at the end of the level to get your real Yoshi.
Oh, yeah. Real nice of them to just put Baby Yoshi at the start of the level so that we don't have to endure the pain of going through it slowly. Steven throwing Baby Yoshi into the pit. See ya.
And yeah, this is what you can do with Blue Yoshi. So the different colored Yoshis and different colored shells give different abilities, and blue shells let Yoshi fly, and if you have blue Yoshi, then any shell will let him fly. And that's going to be very important for special worlds. Well, I guess it's mainly just having Yoshi that's most important, but
Right.
flight is certainly useful.
So we see another wings duplication glitch coming up from Seathorne. And you just have to dupe the first block up twice and wait for it to unspin. And then collect the dragon coin and you get your wings.
It's a 2-frame window for those dupes?
With cape, yeah.
Yeah, if you're kind of floating down with cape, it's a 2-frame window to throw the block to get the throw the shell to get the block to duplicate.
Yeah.
And then more wings in tubular. I will not. Who understands how this works? I certainly don't.
There's no way.
Yeah.
Well, okay,
Well, I
good
didn't
thing
get
he
it,
didn't get it, so
Yeah.
you don't need to understand. Yeah, you just wedge in the P-switch into to the left of the P-balloon block, and it somehow makes a wings factory.
Oh,
and
that's
C
horrible.
dies.
That's a terrible death.
This is kind of big for Steven now.
Yeah. Steven
What?
gets the quad dupe as well. We have a lead change. So yeah, so he has to go back for a cape and a Yoshi, which takes ages. So if Sten doesn't die here, then he'll be in. Oh, okay.
Well, he doesn't get the wings either.
Yeah, you don't
know
get to
what?
see it.
Whatever. Oh, okay. Okay,
Ugh.
Steven.
Hitting the P-switch is not normal, so it's,
Yeah. Okay, he didn't lose Yoshi though. He's fine. And look how much time C lost to dying at the end of Tubular. It's probably one of the worst places to die in the run. Like,
yeah, agreed.
you lose Cape, you lose Yoshi, like, you need both of them, like, pretty badly at this point in the run.
He still doesn't get them. Oh my god.
Alright.
So he got the P-switch in the right place, but then hit the P-balloon block, so he can't get the wings.
Yeah. This
So
time,
that's
no.
0 for 3 on tubular wings.
Okay. He doesn't get hit off Yoshi and dies. So that's better.
I
Alright,
would
Sten
also
here
like
is
to
to go
point
for you go.
That somehow this is the second marathon run that I've died into.
Oh no.
no.
So Sten going for awesome Reznor kill.
Yeah. Oh,
I want
I-
tutorial basically.
he had it, and then I don't know why he dropped the cape as well, so then he didn't have it. But there's a lot of stuff I also can't explain about this trick to you, but
You're supposed to spawn Reznor, which is the boss from the fortresses, and
yeah,
then Yoshi just like eats it, and you beat the level.
a lot of sprite manipulation nonsense. Oh, and C doesn't even get the fire flower. He actually ate it too early with Yoshi. That's a thing that can happen.
I cannot explain what I did there. That was so stupid.
And then C loses Yoshi in Arc or in Awesome as well. So he won't be able to go for the boss killing groupie. And now will Steven get... No, he won't. Okay, no boss kills. This is kind of sad, but it's okay. It's still an entertaining race. It's great that they're not getting the tricks that we're not able to explain.
That's true, yeah. Reduces the pressure.
Ooh. Oh, okay, C.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
There
I don't
are
know
worse
why.
places to lose cape, but like,
Yeah.
it's still not ideal.
I'm not sure why he doesn't have Yoshi. Because you kind of want Yoshi. Alright, he's through. I think he's gonna go back for a cape though. You don't want to do Mondo, the level Steven's in, no cape. It's probably the
Yeah.
worst experience of your life.
Yeah, it's one of the worst levels in 95. Yeah, thankfully getting Yoshi and power-ups in Groovy is not too slow.
Yeah. Oh,
Did he
he
not
start
get it?
selects
Oh.
too early. Oh, this is so unfortunate. Team North America in shambles. I will be booking an appointment with my therapist after this.
After having run 95, I hate watching Outrageous in 96 now.
Oh yeah, it's
So
just yeah.
But it's actually really fun, no cape as well. Like, it's hard, but it's fun.
True,
You just
true.
don't play any of it. It's the easiest level in Special One.
It is nice though in 95 no cape that you can just do Special World pretty early on. So get it out of the way.
So yeah, gotta climb pretty quickly with the flight here to make it over some pipes. Yeah, pretty much done with Special. They both just have flyovers now. And then we'll get taken back to the start of the game, back to Yoshi's house, and clear up World 1 and 2, all the stuff we didn't do first time.
Yeah. Mostly boring flyovers or auto-scrollers, but
Yeah, it's certainly a break after Special.
yeah. We've already had enough drama, I think, this run. I think we deserve a break.
And yeah, people might wonder why you don't go left at the start of the game and do like all of Yoshi's Island, but it's mainly just because every level is faster with cape, and there's no capes in World 1, so it's quicker to leave Wire 1 and Yellow Switch until you have cape later in the game.
Probably the most interesting thing about this segment up to Ludwig's Castle is the opportunity for 2 yumps.
True.
So, let's see if Steven can get this yump in Yellow Switch buttons. No pressure.
I guess pipe flies are also a thing we haven't mentioned. If you kind of take off and then enter a pipe very shortly afterwards, or a door for that matter, you'll be able to take off again immediately after coming out of the pipe/door. Nice.
Oh, let's go.
He
fumbled
sets it up,
yeah.
and then gets it.
We take those.
Yeah. So yeah, you have a 1-frame window to jump off those switches, and it doesn't save time, of course. It's just
Swag.
yeah, it's hype.
So earlier today, Steven and I did the 96th exit weekly race, and in that one, I had an okay Special World, and Steven lost like 2 minutes. But see, now I think I've one-upped him because I just lost almost 3 minutes.
Oh no.
Not sure that I want to one-up him in that category, but you know.
It's a new subcategory for Beat Special Worlds, losing as much time as possible.
Ooh boy.
Okay, so he actually made the pipe fly work.
Nice.
Stop. You didn't get the jump, but
Unfortunate.
you win some, you lose some.
Alright, and then we get to a pretty long auto scroller. But thankfully we can stop halfway and just go to the pipe. Also, Steven got a shell jump. I don't know if he was trying to shell jump or trying to put the Buzzy in the hole.
I think probably the latter. You can't
Oh,
even get it in
Steven,
the wall.
That was not good. Show us some swag, Steven. What is this? Ooh, that was cool. Fun fact, the auto-scroller moves at 8 subpixels per frame. It's not really useful to know.
That is a fun fact.
Alright, Steven doing the classic back and forth for the pipe fly setup here. Gets in nicely.
Yeah, same thing I mentioned before. You take off and then go straight in the pipe, and you can fly out of it and save time.
Yeah. Pretty clean. C does a little different pipe fly setup. It's kind of a newer one. Ooh, C's got all the swag. Oh, is he going for the Mickey Mouse? Oh, he doesn't get it. Down dude? Ooh, look at that. If you just like throw the Buzzy Beetle up into that coin block at the right time, the layer 2, the yellow sandbar coming down, just kind of like forces the block to be duped downwards. It's weird. And then you see C here also doing a really unconventional pipe fly setup. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very slightly faster. I'm surprised he didn't get that cape that he jeeps though, because he doesn't have anything in reserve, so it's just a backup cape.
True.
I guess there's not much opportunity to lose cape here, but
yeah. And he should be getting the cape back in Vanilla Dome 1.
I should have gotten it. I just forgot. Since you know.
Yeah, I figured. Yeah, like I didn't think he'd done it intentionally. But yeah, normally you would have
swag.
Yeah, normally you'd have a Fireflower in reserve, and you would want to keep that for the next boss. So under normal circumstances, you would not get a cape in this level. Down the Buzzy in the ceiling again. That's it.
Yeah. Shoutouts to Kakusha. Oh. Oh. What are you doing? Alright, he doesn't get the Mickey Mouse. We have a lot of weird names for swag, so just don't mind me. I'm just rambling at this point.
What else are you supposed to do in the auto scroll?
Yeah.
Sten's just cleared up the other exit of the ghost house. He did the first exit right at the start, and then doing left path in Vanilla Dome. Will he get red block thing?
The coveted red block thing.
He does.
He gets it. We're really good at coming up with trick names.
Yeah. And then this level, Vanilla Secret one, is also really... it's another vertical flight level like Modern's Castle, and it's also pretty difficult.
Yeah, super technical.
Especially the normal exit, trying to get through all the enemies at the top.
Yeah, so generally you want to grab the shell at the beginning so that you can throw it up when there's a Koopa line blocking your way. So let's see if Steven gets that. Got the shell. Oh, opts to go for the spring because his flight movement was kind of...
Yeah, it was not what he was going for.
Yeah. Oh, well, C was going for red block thing, but he realized he needed the Fireflower anyway, so he dipped down to get it. So doesn't matter that he messed it up.
Yeah, it's really important to get a flower at some point in this section, because if you don't already have one. because the next boss, you save a lot of time by killing him with fire.
Yeah, like 14 seconds, I want to say.
That's the number that I've heard as well. And then, yeah, a bunch of flyovers now. From basically.
Flyovers, slow water level, auto scroller. Oh boy.
Yeah. This is definitely the we'll call it the relaxed point of the run.
The resident sleeper point of the run.
Exactly. This is very anti-pog.
Alright, let's see if C can do the fastest VS1 strat.
He got the...
It was not the fastest, but acceptable. Nice. I guess another random fun fact is that the SMW game timer actually runs at 41 frames per tick. So we use the game timer to just like tell ourselves how good we did the level, because we usually have the end times memorized since we've played this game so much. But yeah.
Yeah, I knew it didn't run exactly real time, but I didn't know it was that much off. That's a lot.
Yeah, it's only 2/3 of a second. Weird.
Sten fails the despawn on the flames there.
Unfortunate.
If you spin at the right time coming out of that pipe, the thump just doesn't load, and you don't need to delay to get past it. And that's the first Reznor, I guess. They are all the same. You'll see 4 of them. Just do that kill every time.
Yep.
Although they do shoot fireballs randomly as well, which they can cause problems.
Can be annoying. But yeah, Vanilla Fortress not having items, and then this long water section that you can easily get hit on as well. If you're not paying attention or your D-pad fails on you. Kinda sucks.
And Sten in Butterbridge 1, which is the longest auto scroller by far. It's but it's like it's not like super straightforward either, so you do actually have to concentrate for it.
True.
I mean, and you can just like fly in the corner and then it's easy, but
You can.
then you miss.
But
out
if
on
you
the
miss
fly.
one cape pump,
Yeah, that too.
it gets scary. Alright, nicely done, Reznor, from both of them. Steven's going for some dupe swag. Oh, he did
Yeah.
get- I'm always scared to do anything here because I've almost got crushed by the
Oh my
block.
god.
That would have been bad.
Yeah, I don't go for anything crazy there because I do a spin fly and try and do a pipe fly at the end.
Oh
But
yeah.
that saves like no time. It's not really any reason to go for that other than it looks cool.
True enough. But yeah, Steven is in the lead by like more than half of a Butterbridge one. Also, we call Steven Sten, if that wasn't obvious. I apologize.
That is his Twitch name. So
I knew him back when he was Steven 1704.
Yeah, same. When he was a lad.
Ooh, 263 on the timer by Steven. In
And-
that,
And C gets a vine in BB1. Good stuff.
huge.
That's
And
much
he's
more-
also going for the pipe fly setup.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, you do back and forths here at the risk of your own life, but just to save a couple frames, but it's cool. It's not cool, but it's fine. C doesn't get it, unfortunately.
Accidentally held for one extra cape frame.
Yeah. Alright, now we're back to actual levels.
Yeah,
that
let's
are not
go.
just flight. This cage room is really scary because it's really easy to like miss grabbing the cage, or if a Koopa's in a weird spot and you get hit, and then you lose your fire and lose like 14 seconds.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do about it.
Every room of Ludwig's castle is really cool.
Yeah,
Like all unique kind of movement.
and there's a couple of different strats for it as well. You can switch to fire earlier and like run through the spike room.
True.
It's a bit safer than flying through.
Alright, let's see how C's Ludwig's castle goes. Ooh, you got wall clipped on room 1.
Oh yeah, cool. So we saw both strats there for the
Nice.
spike room. Also, it's very, very important not to run past that first door, because then you run into the mushroom and you lose your 5 power. And again, 14 seconds. And doors in this game are not free to get into. The small doors, if you're running at full speed, are a 3-frame window to actually enter. So you'll often see people kind of slow down a little bit when they're coming up to a door. Make sure they don't run past it. I actually forget the forest route for 96. Is this swings now?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Nice.
Nice. First try, wings. Dupe the P-balloon block to the left. And that block ID turns out to be wings.
Yeah. And because you're doing a side dupe, it's not 100% to work, even if you do it correctly.
Oh yeah, it's a 50% chance. Like, I don't like the luck stuff in this game.
Yeah. Speaking of which, more Yoshi clips.
Ooh. Oh,
Yeah.
he gets a 25% chance.
Yeah, so he did everything correctly on that first attempt, and it still didn't work. I mean, I don't know, did he maybe... mess
He
up
did,
the
he
set?
did.
Yeah.
He was fine.
But
he
he
does
did
get in the second drive.
awesome.
Yeah. Getting the left clip back up is nice.
Yeah, doing it on the right side there is easier, because you have less distance to fall, and so there's like... the setup is easier. But doing it on the other side is the same as Vanilla Zone 2 clip, which is more finicky.
Oh, C does not get the wings. It's the P-balloon block and has to do the level normally.
The whole, like, one screen more of the level.
Yeah.
It mainly saves time because you don't have to watch the level fanfare at the end.
Yeah, it's not much, like 7 seconds.
I'm surprised it's that much.
Yeah,
I
the
believe you.
Yoshi.
Yeah, the fanfare goes for a while.
Yeah, Yoshi Heaven's like instant.
Oh, and the cool Yoshi grab here with the ground pound the enemies.
Yeah, the earthquake strat. Actually, a somewhat recent strat. Oh, also, if you notice, C got like a 1-frame trick where he grabbed the block without slowing down. That was nice.
I don't think that ground pound is very recent. Akisto's been doing it for years.
I know Akisto did like a double Yoshi setup, or yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's not that recent. But...
I know I was doing it in like 2017, so
That's recent to me.
Yeah, I
honestly.
don't know how recent that is. Right? Is that recent? I guess this game has a long history.
Yeah, relatively recent.
And yeah, you can skip most of the ghost house. You just kind of fly over a wall in the first room, and the exit doors are just to your left.
Yeah, Skip's a really annoying room. With like a boo cloud. Sorry?
Oh, I thought I was saying you skip 2 rooms, but you actually don't. It's a really long room.
Right. So I think Steven got first try on the Yoshi clips the second time. So that's good. You like to see getting into the wall and then clipping through immediately, not waiting there for a minute because the game sucks.
But not too immediately, because no one can react to clean clips correctly, and
True.
Die. Yeah, so sometimes you clip in the first time and just instantly fall through the wall. And you often see that happen to people, and they just like drop Yoshi out of bounds, but they don't clip because they weren't expecting it.
Yeah, I don't think we'll be seeing any clean clips in this race.
Unlikely.
But I did get to actually commentate Xander's marathon run yesterday, and he got a clean clip in Forest. That was cool.
Did it work? Did he die?
Yeah, he made it work. He waited. So yeah, this forest route is optimized towards getting the 2 clips in Forest of Illusion 2, and then ditching Yoshi so that you can item swim most of the level. So now there'll be Steven, you can see, is going to be cleaning up like the left side of Forest.
The second half of Forest, after you've done both the clips, is pretty breezy. It's some flyovers, and then the castle, which is tricky. Oh, and there's that. Yeah, I forgot the fortress existed as well. That's the thing.
Oh yeah, Forest Fortress. I think that's the last auto-scroller.
Yeah.
And then there's a hard room 2 after it, and then you can potentially die to the Reznor, which I've seen people do.
Yes, I think everyone has done. And there's no checkpoint, so if you die, you have to play the level again.
Yeah, terrible death. I hope that doesn't happen to any of the runners, but if it happened to Steven, it could be a closer race, I'm just saying. So I guess while they're doing nothing for a while, I can talk about score manipulation. So it's not really important in 96 Exit, but the score you see on the top right on the HUD, right below the coin counter, is actually like, it causes lag, but it's pretty minimal. But you want to try to get 1 million points by Sunken Ghost Ship. That's like the laggiest. It has the laggiest room in the game. So 1 million points is good because basically the sum of digits in your score will equal how much lag you get. So the lower the sum of your score, the sum of the digits of your score, the less lag you get. That's kind of like a interesting thing to keep track of during the run. Nobody really keeps track of it, but we kind of like... Steven just did Forest Secret Area, which got him some dragon coins. Those are kind of important to get, but besides that, and getting like a certain score in Butterbridge 1. Oh,
my god, this Fresno. Oh, this is gonna be slow. But...
I was kidding when I said that. The platforms are literally gone. Okay, that's fine.
He didn't die. This is the most important thing, but man.
Yeah. But anyways, what was I saying with my score? But yeah, basically you want a low sum of digits in your score at all times. As low as possible. So getting 1 million points at Sunken Ghost Ship is the goal. And it kind of just happens if you play fast enough. But we'll see. It's just something to keep in mind for later.
Alright, now see you doing the non-auto scroller in here. Don't even know what to call it. Oh, loses speed.
Yeah, just room 2, the hard room.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I don't like how he's just like going full. Oh,
We all good.
that's fine. Yeah, that was a nice duck speed jump. Does the Reznor fight much faster? I would argue that the Reznor fight is actually easier, no kidding, and faster.
I think I would agree. I don't know about faster, but easier I would agree.
Yeah. Well, okay, maybe not faster. But yeah. He will be able to grab a cape in Forced Illusion 4 right here. The roulette block is a pretty nice spot. There's also a cape in the room where C lost cape, but that cape's kind of slow to get. It takes a while to fall down.
At this point in the game, losing cape is much less of a big deal. There's loads of cape blocks all over the place. Like after you hit green switch, there's just capes everywhere.
True. Wait, did Steven miss Dirty Bubble?
I didn't catch that one.
That's really sad. Lost out on 10 minutes of time save. No, but Roy's Castle, Steven successfully did Roy Fly before I could even talk about it. It's an actually difficult trick when you're first starting out, but these guys have played a lot, so they know how to use the cape. And yeah, going through all of that Roy room is pretty technical, like all things considered. Alright, you'll be seeing Roy fly again on C's side. So he does a...
through the whole room as well.
Yeah, he does a couple of cape pumps here before doing a dive bomb, which is the main trick of Roy Fly. Nicely done. And then it's not over yet. Still have to play it. Honestly, this part of the room is harder the better you get at the game. Like that green block can like mess you up. Ooh, okay. They both had a kind of slow ending of that room, but they didn't lose any power-ups or die, so that's what matters.
I think, did Sten miss the pipeline in CI1? He didn't get...
Yeah, he did not get the pipeline. So we were talking about like the whole, you can keep your flight through a pipe or door. So if you do that in Chocolate Island 1, you get spit out of a cannon that puts you at 64 speed, which is like the highest possible speed without any like extra crazy glitches.
Yeah, and if you just don't press right at all and just kind of cape bump, you'll maintain that speed for the rest of the level.
Yeah, we'll see if C can show us that.
Yeah, like
This
you lose a
goes-
bit of time from going in the pipe, but it more than makes up for it with the fast fly.
Ooh, okay. Was Steven spinning his cape? Because that, like, altered the booze or something.
Okay, so he gets the fast fly.
Nice.
You can see how fast the stuff's going past in the background.
I'll be honest, I have no idea why I was spinning my cape then. That was not smart
Yeah.
at all.
So, spinning your cape makes the boo blocks that you saw Steven get hit by move. And generally, you don't want them to move and just stay in their initial position. So now Steven has to do the normal exit first in Chocolate Island 2 to get the cape. So he gets what would be a backup cape, because at this point in the run, you don't need Fire Flower anymore. The remaining bosses don't require it, or it wouldn't make it faster. And then he waits at the end of this room right here and enters at 249 on the pipe. And it's required to enter at that point or at a lower game time so that you can get the normal exit in this level.
Yeah, CI2 is really weird. Like which rooms you get are determined by how you play the earlier parts of the level, like how many coins you get, how many dragon coins you get. And then
Yeah.
the normal or secret exit is based on your time entering that pipe.
Yeah, you can see C here going as fast as possible through the level, and he will be getting the secret exit. Now it looks like C's ahead of Steven, but that's not the case. It's just a little route divergence by Steven because he messed up earlier. But he'll be ahead again soon, barring any huge catastrophes. But both of them entering Chocolate Secret. This is a pretty long level, so you definitely don't want to die.
Yeah.
And then Steven doing, both of them actually doing the Steven strat. Coined by Steven, that's crazy.
Imagine naming a strat after yourself.
But yeah,
No.
that's like the strat everyone does now.
The room, it's
Yeah, it makes the room consistent, nice and easy. Then room 2, vertical drop. And room 3, you just fly over the level.
it can mess you up because the cape pump noises get kind of eaten by the chucks moving. Like it doesn't play both sound effects, and so it can cause some kind of distraction, I guess. But it's pretty straightforward.
I feel like I should mention that I did not name the Steven strat. It was named by someone else because I just kept telling everyone to do it.
That's funny.
And so now C getting the normal exit in CI2, which Sten already has.
Yeah, so now you can see the difference is about, honestly, I have no idea, like 30 seconds. That's just a random number. No, it's a bit more, but it's still well within Seathorne's grasp to be able to make a comeback. Like, there's a lot of hard levels left, so
Sten's about to go on the best overworld path in the game.
loop around.
How great was that? Also, CI3 is the most extreme example of having to kind of gain height with the cape really quickly.
Oh yeah.
This pipe is pretty early, and if you miss a cape pump or don't do it efficiently, you can very easily just fly into that pipe.
Yeah, you basically can't miss a cape pump, and you have to have your rhythm down pat, or else this level is pretty unforgiving. And then you end up at the bottom, and it's no fun.
Also, the normal exit goalpost is very, very short. It's very easy to like accidentally fly over it, even when you don't.
No. Mario like barely needs to be off the top of the screen. Like only like 1/8 of him is off the top, and you can just fly over it. It's weird.
That was That was a good backup from Sten.
That was a
actually.
really good backup.
Choco Secret, yeah. Choco Fort, rather. Messed something up, but kept his speed and ended up doing the rest of the room as you would expect. Which is a really hard strat, by the way. This level is very tricky.
Yeah, one of the hardest rooms in the game is Choco Fort Room 1.
Absolutely.
And our third Reznor taken down with ease this time.
Yeah, Choco Reznor seems to be less aggressive than the others. I don't know if that's actually a thing or if it's just placebo, but like the levels, the Reznor pretty much never causes problems.
The theory that Louis came up with, which is basically accepted fact, is that since you go through the level fast enough, the RNG isn't able to tick as much. So as long as you go through the level with your scripted movement, then it should be a passive Reznor.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't actually see C's room 1. I'm not sure if he nailed it or not. Also, I just can't see Sten's. I think Sten just went off on Discord.
Yeah.
Is he still live on the stream?
Yeah, looks good on the stream, so hopefully that can be fixed soon, but we can still see C, and that's fine.
Yeah, we can still see Sten, just with a bit more delay.
True. Chocolate Island 4, really cool level. Got a ton of slopes, and you just kind of spin fly through all of it.
Did you say my Discord video's going?
No, that was Stan. His Discord video's gone. Yours is fine.
Okay, cool.
And then both of them will be picking up a Yoshi, hopefully the final Yoshi of the run, to actually get some intended exits. There's no glitches, I don't think.
Yeah, the Yoshi wings, they are actually a real item that you're supposed to get. There's just not very many of them that are supposed to be in the game. You can get a lot more than are intended.
Yeah. Ooh, Steven having a nice Wendy's Castle. Got a bit hung up at the end, but still very good. Oh, C kind of clipped the wall and could not regain P-speed, so he got hit by the saw here. Oh, and then he gets hit by the Podoboo. Oh, and then he tries to go for the small crusher skip and dies. I think he thought that the iframes could take him through, but
yeah,
it was not the case.
They looked like they probably would. I'm surprised he died though.
Yeah.
I mean, this level isn't much slower in okay, so it's pretty much just the time from the death.
So Steven entering Sunken Ghost Ship now. And also C showing off some nice no-cape strats. Until he didn't, but it's fine, because you can't really... I don't know, it's... Room 2 of Wendy's Castle is definitely hard to no-cape the entire thing. but he got cape at the end anyways. But yeah, if you see Steven's thing right now, he just got knocked off of Yoshi twice, and that was actually intentional, so that he could despawn a boo ring that's coming up that you won't be able to see because it's despawned. Oh, he had to scroll for it, but so the boo cloud that was earlier in the level, if that stays on screen long enough, then one of the boo rings just despawn. So that was nicely done. And then I was talking about score manipulation and all that, and Steven's score is really bad. It has 3 9s in it, which is 27, which causes a lot of lag, and he also lost Yoshi, but it's fine. If you lose Yoshi, it kind of really sucks. He was able to mount him again. So you'll see Seathorne as well here, going for the double dismount off of Yoshi, just like getting hit off intentionally. That like slows you down enough to line up this boo cloud despawn, or the
It's a really cool
ring
setup.
despawn.
You can do it just by like left riding or something, but the getting knocked off setup is really neat.
Yeah.
And Sten going through Bob 1, which is a really fun level. You need to know where the moles are, because if you have to react to them when you see them, you might tongue too late and still run into them while you're eating them.
Yeah. Yoshi and moles don't really cooperate, so you gotta be prepared.
And then first time through Bob 2, the first time through here is fine because there's the Yoshi wings. Second time through for the secret exit will be a bit more to it.
And that is an orb. For Seathorne. Very good. Alright, Steven going up for, or setting up for a door fly here.
Yeah,
Room 2.
this one's cool. Yeah,
Kind of spooky, but you got it.
and then try and fly into this gap. Oh, not quite. Okay, there we go.
Sexy slide. You can also door fly the normal exit, but you shouldn't do that.
Yeah, I've never seen anyone do that. Seems like it would not save time. I guess maybe it does. Yeah, you need to like fly through the tight corridor at the end, right? That would be.
You can do like a P switch, like item fly. Also,
Okay.
there's some weird setup for it, but
This game has a lot of like really crazy IL strats.
oh yeah, the IL strats. The IL community is smaller because it gets to a point where you're just grinding like luck frames. But the actual IL strats that people have come up with, mostly by RTA people, there's some really cool stuff.
See, nailing the door fly as well. Good stuff. Very nice ghost, yes.
Also worth mentioning that Steven got through Valley of Bowser 3 pretty easily, but we've nicknamed that level the Great Equalizer because when me and Steven were doing lots of races back in the summer or winter for you guys, we were always like throwing our runs in VOB 3 for no good reason. And yeah, we just called it the Great Equalizer because you never know who could win at that until that point.
Some more cool Yoshi movement through Vob 4 as well. I really like that level.
Oh yeah, Bob 4 is pretty cool.
You have to do it twice, and it's essentially exactly the same both times, but
Yeah.
no one really minds because it's just fun to do.
So yeah, this is kind of the calm before the storm, the final storm of the run. It's like the last leg is pretty.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that could happen. Larry's castle, sandbar, the fortress. Like, let's see how they do. So Steven's gonna be going into room 2 of Larry's castle here, and I think he does the triple scroll strat, which manipulates the Magic Koopa here. Probably the worst placement of Magic Koopa in the game. There's only like 2, but this is definitely the worst. Ooh, and you see there.
So bad. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's not great, but like, there are much worse places to get it.
true.
Also, got to be very careful not to jump anywhere near that door, otherwise you can a lot of the time end up door flying in the boss fight, and you don't want to do that.
Definitely not.
But no, that was a pretty solid castle. Like, getting it at the end was not ideal, but mostly...
Yeah, probably
Look
the
at-
best place to get hit.
Yeah.
Oh, C actually misses the beginning flight of Larry's castle.
Nice back up though.
Yeah, I was able to recognize it in time.
So C doing room 2 while Sten does...
Oh, sandbar.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he'll probably go for it. Or maybe not, he's far enough ahead that he might just not go for it.
Yeah, if he's going for the win, he doesn't have to go for it.
Hey, okay. I don't know
He
if he
might
went
have
for it,
gone.
but he didn't get it. You can clip through the yellow sandbar there and skip a cycle. Saves quite a lot of time. But it's like if you miss it, you can very easily just get crushed and die.
Yeah, it's a infamous 2-frame trick at the end of the game. Just for such a long category.
I just want to note
Sorry.
that I did go for it. I just went late.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, going late is the correct way to fail it,
Yeah.
because then you don't die. It's also weird because it's like it's 2 frames at least. Like you, depending on subpixels and stuff, it can be a bigger window than that. So
Oh yeah, there's like
random how lenient it is as well, which is really strange.
yeah, it can be 3 or 4 frames, but only like 2/16 or 1/8 of the time. This game is it's so deep. It's so like I don't understand. I don't think I'll ever understand the full extent of this game.
It seems so simple. But...
Yeah. Just tap left and win. Alright, Steven going through quite a difficult level.
Yeah. One of my favorite levels, just the like going back and forth strats to keep your P speed is really fun.
It is, yeah, pretty satisfying once you nail it.
Okay, no sandbar from either of them.
And the final Reznor. Alright, taking it safe. Nice. See, did you go for the 1-up? I wasn't looking, but I'm assuming there's like hidden 1-ups in this game that you have to like activate 1-up checkpoints for. Nobody knows how they work.
Alright, and Sten in the Bowser fight. This fight is completely scripted, and especially with Cape, you can just do exactly the same thing every time, and it'll you get like a really fast kill.
Yeah. So we always say though that you shouldn't mess it up. Like we've all done it so many times, but you never know. Honestly, like something could go wrong just quite easily. Just one misinput, and you're off script, and it's awful.
Oh, see, keeping speed through the whole floor.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah, Sten saves Magic Koopa through the phase transition, so he can hit Bowser just before he does his like ball thing, like ball attack, and it skips one of the balls.
We call that trick ball skip.
Yeah, we do.
I don't think there'll be a death in Bowser. I could be proven wrong. That would be interesting to say the least.
And then again, keep another Mega Koopa and throw it at him immediately when he spawns here, and it makes him do fewer stomps in this phase. I don't remember the numbers, but it's makes it a fair bit quicker. And time right about time for Sten now. What was that, 125? Mid 125? He hasn't caught up on the timer yet.
Yeah, it was like a 125-21.
Yeah,
Pretty good.
nice.
I've got 125.19 on my timer, and I split a bit late,
Okay.
so it could be 18.
Solid.
Nicely done.
Well, I guess the timer's RTA, not is race time, not real time. So that
Yeah, it's
that
only
counts
2
for,
seconds.
Yeah, that accounts for that 2 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah, well done, Sten. Keep bringing it home for Australia,
Yeah.
for the motherland.
Darn.
Isn't the motherland England?
I guess it depends where your ancestors are from. I guess.
Alright, I'm switching to Team Commonwealth. I can't take it.
I love it. We both have the Queen on our money. We're clearly on the same team.
Yeah. See, finishing up here with the last hit.
Perfect kick kills from both of them.
He gets a 126. GG to both of them.
Yeah.
GG.
GG.
We only had, well, I guess there may have been small lead changes in the beginning, but the major one was just in Special World, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was huge. Okay, I gotta
that's-
reset to file check. Make sure
Oh
it's
yeah.
an
gotta
old run.
Prove it.
Okay,
My-
one of those was this file.
I can't believe you completed 3 runs and only showed us one of them on stream.
I'm very good.
You just had 3 controllers in your lap.
One player,
many-
3 control.
I only have 2 thumbs, so I don't know what you were using.
It's like one of those tasks where you have like the same inputs going into multiple games.
Oh yeah.
Less exciting when it's the same game.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys have any comments about your runs besides the huge throws?
aside from like
Yes,
World 2,
Special
mine
World was
alright.
very bad for both of us. yeah, you got behind pretty early on with World 2, but that wasn't that bad. Like, and that's a really common mistake, losing the cape in the ghost house. Oh, and then I guess my windy death. That was unexpected.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how I lost 2 capes in there and died, but okay.
It happens. But yeah, congrats to Team Australia for pulling out a win.
Thank you. I think that puts us at 2-1, right?
Yeah. What do we have? I don't know what's actually next, but
I think
the other race is Rex and Rex doing
Crash Insane Trilogy.
Yeah.
So with 2-1, Australia is literally twice as good as the rest of the world.
We're
That's
guaranteed one more win as well because
It's-
it's an Australia versus Australia race.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think that one counts
I don't think that one
towards
counts.
the thing. Although...
But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed watching this 96 exit race. Stay tuned for more.
Yeah, up next, we have Setup Buffer. So
Yes.
it's very exciting
My
segment of the
favorite game.
marathon. And then after that, we have Resident Evil 3 being run by Mango Punch. So stay tuned.